The screech of wet brakes echoes off the brake. A sudden autumn draft cutting down the avenue. Yeah, you wrap your oversized coat tighter around your chest. Watching yellow maple leaves stick to the wet asphalt. We spent all summer running from our own thoughts. Now October air is calling us back home. Feel that sudden chill creeping under your collar. The city changing the skin once again. You do not have to carry that weight alone. Just let the slow rhythm settle in your chest. When the pavement cools down and the night gets clear, I will stand right beside you through the frost right here. Let the evergreen branches take the winter rain. We can watch the changing seasons wash away the pain. Hold on, my friend, when the cold sets in, we start over where the dry leaves spin. Steam rises off the manhole covers now. Your breath forms small white clouds in the dark. Remember sitting beneath those summer pines, talking until the streetlights lost their spark. Now the air turns sharp enough to wake our souls, and moonlight cuts clean through the bare oak trees. Feel that sudden chill creeping under your collar. The city changing your skin once again. You do not have to carry that weight alone. Just let the slow rhythm settle in your chest. When the pavement cools down and the night gets clear, I will stand right beside you through the frost right here. Let the evergreen branches take the winter rain. We can watch the changing seasons wash away the pain. Hold on, my friend, when the cold sets in, we start over where the dry leaves spin. Bare branches trace patterns on the concrete wall. Nature never fights when it has to fall. It just rests beneath the coming snow, waiting for the frozen ground to soften and grow. You and I are learning how the cycles bend, finding quiet strength at the season's end. When the pavement cools down and the night gets clear, I will stand right beside you through the frost right. Seasons wash away the pain. Hold on, my friend, when the cold sets in, we start over where the dry leaves spin. Listen to the wind rolling down the street. The ground remembers where our footsteps meet. Keep walking with me while the shadows grow. We know where the wild winds go. Yeah. Wet pine bark permeates the avenue tonight. Damp earth clinging to the concrete floor. She pulls a charcoal trench around her collar tight, watching neon flicker through the autumn pour. The ozone hangs heavy in the midnight chill, a subtle shift before the yellow leaves fall down. He waits across the square beside the windowsill. Two shadows moving through a cooling town. A heavy sub-bass hums inside the lobby doors. The lingering fragrance of cedar in the breeze. She counts the steps across the polished marble floors, while summer fades away behind the quiet trees. She walks through the autumn scent alone, tracing footprints on the damp street stone. The season changes silently above the street, where lingering warmth and dark frost meet. He catches her glance through the twilight gray as the last sweet breath of summer fades away. Damp earth and moss perfume the alleyway behind. mixing with the haze of synthetic smoke. She carries quiet memories inside her mind, wearing silence like a heavy velvet cloak. He reaches out a hand to brush the rain away, the chill of late November settling in the park. No words required for what they need to say, just two quiet figures drifting through the dark. A heavy sub-bass hums inside the lobby doors, the lingering fragrance of cedar in the breeze. She counts the steps across the polished marble floors, while summer fades away behind the quiet trees. She walks through the autumn scent alone, tracing footprints on the damp street stone. The season changes silently above the street, where lingering warmth and dark frost meet. He catches her glance through the twilight gray as the last sweet breath of summer fades away. First frost gathers on the iron gate. Nature turns the page without a sound. They stand together in the hour so late, as golden needles carpet all the ground. The aroma of damp earth will stay, even when the winter turns the skies to gray. Wet pine bark in the evening air, two shadows standing on the square. The season shifts, the cold light drifts. A sharp realization fractures the absolute hush. Low tide leaves damp salt on the harbor walls. Underneath the black pier, dark water shifts slow. November chill settles in the hollows of your coat. Neon signs reflecting standing puddles near the dock. Deep bass vibrates through the floorboards of the lounge outside. Autumn leaves scrape against damp concrete. The temperature drops 3 degrees in 20 minutes. You turn your head toward the open window pane. Cold air fills the room like heavy blue silk. We watch the coastal wind blend the pine tops back, ticking syndromes pulse like a falling rainfall clock. Winter comes crawling through the open timber door. Everything quiet, everything clear, everything still. Fog rolls across the shoreline highway in thick sheets. Tail lights blur into glowing crimson streaks. The scent of wet earth and salt cedar fills the air. You trace a quiet line down condensation on the glass. Sub-bass hums beneath the silence of the night. Frost crystallizes on the metal railing outside. A season shifts right between two slow heartbeats. Nothing left to say while the tides turn over. Damp pine needles on the dark stone porch. Dark ocean stretching deep into the mist. Cold air, blue silk, absolute quiet. The winter holds us now. Where does the warmth go before the birch trees give up their gold? Sitting in the backseat with the bass thumping low in my chest, thinking about October condensation creeping up the double pane window. Your scent is still caught in the synthetic leather grain. Damp moss clinging to the gravel outside the late night diner. The calendar clicks forward, pulses right through my thumbs. Is it autumn outside or just the air conditioner bleeding cold? Engine hums in 84 beats per minute, syncopated with my heart. Fog rising off the reservoir like breath from an open mouth. Synthesizes rolling through the fog like smooth and heavy. I drift between the climate control and the memory of June. Edges curling into amber, fading into midnight black. And the seasons just slip through the subwoofers. Cold rain washing down the tinted glass. Deep house post keeping time with the solstice shifting. Feeling every single degree drop right in my bones. We were summer heat, now we are ambient frost. Spinning in the slow turn of the year. Who decides when the green turns into brittle paper? Neon signs reflecting off wet asphalt like liquid copper. My thoughts wander into the forest edge beyond the turnpike. Spruce needles dropping silently into the dark. You send a message about the first freeze warning. I leave it on red, listening to the hi-hat skitter. Chlorophyll dying off to show what was underneath all along. Just bare branches and a 90 hertz kick drum. Spring was too fast, summer was a blur of high tide salt. Now the air is crisp enough, cut through the smoke. Stream of thoughts running like runoff water down the gutter. Winter is waiting right past the next exit ramp. Are we actually changing, or just cooling off? No answer comes, just the snare snapping softly. Hit the windshield one by one in the dark. BPM stay steady, fall settling on chrome. Temperature keeps dropping, fading to the low end. Yeah, yeah. This iron swivel seat anchors me down. While November rusts the garden in the yard, I am writing to the kid in the warm wool coat who thought every winter hit too hard. You sat on the porch step watching dead grass freeze, scared that the daylight would never stretch back out. Look at me now, holding 20-something years, learning what the turning was about. The sap slows down inside the maple trunk. The soil remembers how to sleep and rise. You do not have to hold your breath through every storm, searching for a sign in gray skies. Do not fight the frost on your window pane. Little shadows standing in the April rain. Every falling leaf is just a promise to the roots. You are gonna grow into these heavy boots. The heat comes back when the axis tilts, rebuilding everything your sadness built. Dear younger heart, let the season breathe. I remember how you flinched when the pedals dropped, thinking every ending was a final break. Now the heavy dark leather holds my weary spine, and I understand the time it used to take. Summer always burned us till our skin peeled off, then the autumn swept the ashes to the street. You were terrified of losing all the green, while the earth was preparing for the heat. The sap slows down inside the maple trunk. The soil remembers how to sleep and rise. You do not have to hold your breath through every storm, searching for a sign in gray skies. Do not fight the frost on your window pane. Little shadows standing in the April rain. Every fallen leaf is just a promise to the roots. You are gonna grow into these heavy boots. The heat comes back when the axis tilts, rebuilding everything your sadness built. Dear younger heart, let the season breathe. If I could send a letter on a southbound wind, I would tell you that the winter is a quiet friend. The ground gets hard, so the seed stays warm. You are not broken by the thunderstorm. This heavy chair holds a peaceful man who finally learned to love the plan. Let the snow fall down, let the soil turn brown. Dear younger heart, you make it out. The green returns without a doubt. Let the season breathe. Yeah, yeah. Copper luminescence bleeds across the dial. All November chill settles in our clothes. You lean against the damp wooden rail, watching the tide swallow the shore. Do you notice how the sky turns bruised gray? You ask without turning your head my way. I'm not pulling my wool collar high, listening to the swell meet the dark bay. The season is shifting its way tonight, dropping the temperature degree by degree. We are two strangers caught in filter light, talking about how the leaves leave the trees. Bassline thump slow from a distant bar, grounding the drift of who we are. Tell me if winter feels this cold, where it came from. Tell me why autumn always leaves us undone. Under the purple hue, riding a deep house beat, two floating voices in the cooling street. We don't need names to understand the weather, just standing close while the earth pulls together. It gets darker earlier every year. I say watching your breath cloud the air. You laugh softly checking your coat pocket, or maybe we just forget the light was there. The neon sign behind us hums in teal, mixing with the violet dusk on steel. The sudden wind brings the smell of pine, crossing the border between your world and mine. The season is shifting its way tonight, dropping the temperature degree by degree. We are two strangers caught in filter light, talking about how the leaves leave the trees. Bassline thump slow from a distant bar, grounding the drift of who we are. Tell me if winter feels this cold, where it came from. Tell me why autumn always leaves us undone. Under the purple hue, riding the deep house beat, two floating voices in the cooling street. We don't need names to understand the weather, just standing close while the earth pulls together. Yeah. The trees drop their final defense to the floor, bare branches reaching for something more. You turn to me, eyes reflecting the glow. The first frost is coming, I think I should go. I tell you the forest looks better stripped clean. Sometimes the winter reveals what we mean. Violet fades out into obsidian black. Yeah. You walk away, never looking back. The rhythm remains in the damp night air, a stranger's voice in the light left there. Cold wind blowing, dusk moving on. Yeah, you said yesterday that autumn smells like damp wool. Standing on a fire escape while your glass filled full. Yeah. Now I notice how the yellow leaves stick to wet concrete. How the evening air turns sharp down on 42nd Street. A tiny patch of clover turning brown beside the curb. A lone sparrow landing on a rusted window girder. I keep a tally of the ships you claimed were coming fast, watching every quiet detail while the daylight turns to glass. Deep bass rolling on the street lamp glow. Every small change starting slow. You spoke it into being, now it's all I ever see. The season leaning gently into you and into me. Cold dew dripping off the iron railing. Pale fog rising while the light is failing. Cracks in the asphalt where the dry moss clings. I am listening close to what the late breeze brings. One dry acorn rolling down the pavement tile. Just another small thing making winter worth your while. The smoke from the coffee shop curls up thin and gray. A stray leaf circling round the park pathway. The shadow stretching twice as long by 4 o'clock these days. Puddle water skinning over in 100. little ways. A pine cone tucked inside my coat pocket from the park. The smell of wet cedar drifting heavy in the dark. You pointed out the way the river shifts, it's in a tide. Now every little ripple leaves me nowhere left to hide. Deep bass rolling on the street lamp glow. Every small change starting slow. You spoke it into being, now it's all I ever see. The season leaning gently into you and into me. Cold dew dripping off the iron railing. Pale fog rising while the light is failing. Cracks in the asphalt where the dried moss clings. I am listening close to what the late breeze brings. One dry acorn rolling down the pavement tile. Just another small thing making winter worth your while. A single yellow needle dropping off the potted pine. The smell of wet soil creeping up the subway line. Your voice is in the atmosphere, a blueprint for the chill. I mark the tiny shifts in green along the windowsill. Frost forming halos on the window pane at night. Everything you mentioned turning out so right. We're pulling down stone. Small proofs left alone. The wind turns around the corner now. I see it all somehow, just like you said yesterday. Frayed cashmere knit pulls across my knuckles, carrying the dry scent of river reed and pine. One touch of the weave and the room disappears, submerged in the echo of a lost summer line. The pulse of the sin starts low in my chest, brings back the thunder that broke on the shore. Your thumbs trace the scenes while the rain hit the grass, leaving a mark I cannot ignore. Every season has a doorway in the thread, pulling back the winter from the things you said. Baseline thumbs like rain against the glass, making every shadow move too fast. I am falling through the weave of October air, caught in the sudden rewind of your hair. The thunder rolls back and the river runs high, under the purple of a midsummer sky. Deep house beat holding up the ghost of your touch. I never knew a fabric could mean this much. Coarse cotton sleeve, brushing cold against my wrist, unravels the mist that was hiding the path. We sat in the clover before the freeze came, ignored everyone in the winter sharp math. Now the low 808s kick hard in the dark, reliving the heat from an ember in the frost. I hold on to the sweater to keep you in frame, calculating everything we lost. I am falling through the weave of October air, caught in the sudden rewind of your hair. The thunder rolls back and the river runs high, under the purple of a midsummer sky. Deep house beat holding up the ghost of your touch. I never knew a fabric could mean this much. Thread by thread, the green comes back to life, cutting through November like a silver knife. The tide turns warm inside the sin's deep wave, resurrecting every promise that we gave. Just a fragment slipping through my hand, back to the room where I stand. Cold wind outside the blinds again, nothing left but silk and rain. For 417 glows crimson on the wall, in a high-rise room we haven't rented yet. Outside a future July storm begins to fall, washing the pavement clean of past regret. The baseline pulses low like distant thunder, deep house reverberating through the glass. I see the monsoon waiting years ahead, Warm rain colliding with the city air, tracing the contours of our future bed, leaving the dry winter behind us somewhere. We will be standing in the humid dark when the tides turn slow and the lotus blooms underneath the neon of a quiet park, breathing in the cedar from forgotten rooms. A trap so drumming through the summer night, everything we wish for coming into light. 3:12 a.m. on a digital face, projected 10 years from this frozen night. You're laughing as the heavy tropics erase every cold memory we couldn't set right. Banging tree leaves heavy with the mist, pressing up against our balcony screen. I see the monsoon waiting years ahead, warm rain colliding with the city air, tracing the contours of our future bed, leaving the dry winter behind us somewhere. We will be standing in the humid dark, when the tides turn slow and the lotus blooms underneath the neon of a quiet park, breathing in the cedar from forgotten rooms. A trap so drumming through the summer night, everything we wish for coming into light. Time is a pendulum swinging to the heat. We are just passengers waiting for the thaw, listening to roots push beneath the street, obeying the seasons, unspoken law. One day the frost will surrender its place to green moss growing in an open space. 4:17 on a clock in the dark. July is coming when the winter breaks. We will be standing in a quiet park, watching the life that the river makes. Just wait for the summer night. Wait for the future light. This with a leaf of silver eucalyptus, rest flat beside my lukewarm glass of gin. The winter humidity hangs heavy in the kitchen, trapped between the window frame and skin. Out's the frost retreat along the ledge, a slow surrender to the indoor heat. My pulse keeps time with the low hum of the fridge, counting down the months until we meet. Outside the soil is turning dark and slick, the thaw is taking over every street. I feel the pressure rising in my chest, a quiet thunder I cannot repeat. The season changes whether I am ready or not. Sub bass rolling through the empty room. I shed the heavy wool, I clear the fog away, trading frozen silence for a bloom. It is just nature working through my blood, rinsing out the salt from every line. The season changes whether I hold on or let go. Step into the warmth that is mine. A gay coaster leaves a wet circle, a temporary shadow on the wood. March sneaking past the blinds in gray, doing things the colder months never could. I touch the dry veins on the green stem, remembering the autumn when it grew. My thoughts roll slow like heavy 808s, filtering the old into the new. Yeah, roots do not ask the dirt for permission to expand. They break through concrete when the ice gives in. I have spent 3 months sitting on my hands, waiting for a softer light to start again. Now the atmosphere is shifting tone, baseline thumping low inside my bones. The season changes whether I am ready or not. Sub bass rolling through hear the fog away, trading frozen silence for bloom. It is just nature working through my blood, rinsing out the salt from every line. The season changes whether I hold on or let go. Step into the warmth that is mine. This eucalyptus leaf is dry and still. The window pane is clear against the hill. The thaw is here. The air is fresh and clear. I let it bloom. Rattling drip cover shutters near the curb as urban frost yields to a heavy tide. You sit across the low glass table with cold hands tucked in your pockets, watching lamp exhaust linger on the concrete outside. February is finally letting go of the pavement, and you can feel the air shifting gear in your chest. The breeze coming through the window cracked an inch, smells like wet soil underneath 5 layers of asphalt. You've been holding your breath since November, waiting for the city to drop its iron soft. Bring your heavy winter coat inside, let the cold draft clear out what you kept inside. Deep bass shaking through the floorboards below us as the season turns its shoulder to the dark. You don't have to carry that storm anymore. The ground is soft, the trees are ready to start. Puddles reflect neon green from the bodega sign, rippling whenever a delivery van rolls by. You say you forgot how fast the temperature shifts, how an evening breeze can make an apartment sigh. We pour 2 cheap coffees and sit on the radiator edge, watching steam rise slow into the ambient light. The breeze coming through the window cracked an inch, smells like wet soil underneath 5 layers of asphalt. You've been holding your breath since November, waiting for the city to drop its iron salt. Bring your heavy winter coat inside, let the cold draft clear out what you kept inside. Deep bass shaking through the floorboards below us as the season turns its shoulder to the dark. You don't have to carry that storm anymore. The ground is soft, the trees are ready to start. Notice how the birch down on the avenue corner is swelling at the joints green under the bar. You were convinced the freeze would stay forever, but nature always finds a crack in the dark. Listen to the rhythm of the city changing keys, so bass humming like the roots underground. Unzip the wool, drop it on the wooden floor. Spring is stepping through the front door. Just listen to the streets settle down. The soil is breathing, you can breathe now too. Damn jasmine drifts across the courtyard wall as autumn moisture settles on the bricks. She pulls a heavy cardigan real tight and counts the street light flicker 6 by 6. He steps outside to hand her back her keys. The sudden chill is heavy on his throat, a scent of sodden loam and petrichor is clinging to the velvet on her coat. The summer heat is finally giving in, leaving cold humidity where laughter used to live. They stand 3 feet apart in quiet space with nothing left to borrow or to give. Now the scent of rainy pine takes over the terrace, while the low bass trembles through the floor. She is turning away as the season resets, leaving damp footprints right outside his door. Every breath in the night carries winter on deck, as the leaves turn heavy and slow. She steps into the mist where the cool air shifts, and letting go is all they know. Yeah, he watches from the threshold in the dark, the smell of ozone rising off the street. A sudden gust of wind brings crushed wet sage and blows the golden birch leaves at her feet. She doesn't turn around to check his eyes. She knows the air changes temperature. The autumn shift is silent, thick and deep, a final scent that makes the ending sure. Now the scent of rainy pine takes over the terrace, while the low bass trembles through the floor. She is turning away as the season resets, leaving damp footprints right outside his door. Every breath in the night carries winter on deck, as the leaves turn heavy and slow. She steps into the mist where the cool air shifts, and letting go is all they know. The heavy air of August fades to frost, a sharp aroma clings to every stone. They spent 4 months inside a summer haze. Now October reclaims what it owns. The vapor from her mouth vanishes quick in the cool aroma of the falling night. Smell of rain on cold cement, where the wild moss grows. She disappears into the damp dark haze as the north wind blows. Just the scent, wet pine, and the season on its own. Yeah. Absolute stillness breaks as a single memory cuts through the room. Condensation trickles down dark floor to ceiling glass. Outside, bare sycamore branches scrape against the balcony rail. The sub-bass hums at 30 hertz, vibrating through my chest. Streetlights flicker golden across wet asphalt 3 floors below. An October frost settles quiet over dead urban gardens. Low light catches steam rising off black tea. Exhale slow, watching smoke bend into the ambient purple draft. The season shifts its weight heavily against the window pane. Every unsaid word freezes right in midair. Watch the neon bleed through winter mist on the boulevard. Deep 808s roll like thunder through the barren park. Leaves turn black under rain-soaked headlights. You remain the only echo lingering in the dark. Slow rhythm pulsing as the temperature drops. Shadows stretch long until the nighttime stops. Lens flare smears pink across the damp windshield. Wind pulls yellow Jinko leaves across empty parking stalls. Synthetic chords ripple like water under a slow tempo beat. I press a warm palm against the icy window frame. The quiet was clean until I pictured your face. First frost of the year, turning grass to glass spikes. Camera pans wide over the silent city skyline. Fog wraps tied around the suspension bridge cables. Nature pulls back its green to show the bone-wide earth. Your voice cuts back through the low-noise floor. A sudden realization in a room without sound. Raindrops on glass sliding in sync with the same pad. Late autumn slipping quietly into black frost. Fade out on a steady kick drum beat. Cold air filling the hallway. Silence takes over again. ever forget its original route when winter arrives. I'm standing on the iron grate watching condensation rise. Sub-zero air mixing with the subway steam below. My hands inside my pockets, nowhere left I need to go. The pine needles turn darker when the frost sets in deep. Is it true the trees feel pain when they fall into sleep? My mind jumps to July, yellow fields under haze. Now the mercury is crashing down through late November days. Everything shifts without asking permission. Cold air heavy like a quiet decision. My pulse keeping time with the fall on the floor. I don't know what I am waiting here for. Anxiety in the evergreen roots breaking ground. Listening to the winter come without making a sound. Heavy sub bass rolling like a distant storm. Trying to remember what it felt like to be warm. Atmosphere shifting, great turn in the slate. Thought I heard you call me at the garden gate. Anxiety in the evergreen, lost in the hum. Wondering where all the swallow sunlight is gone. Yeah, if a leaf drops in the woods and nobody is around, doesn't make a sound or just melting to the ground. Pavement, soaking up the drizzle light on street lamps. My jacket collar damp, wet wool smells like damp old bark. Thoughts bleeding together like ink on wet newsprint. Summer was a whisper, autumn was a quick glint. Now the dark comes early at 4:35. Just trying to feel something that proves I am alive. Everything shifts without asking permission. Cold air heavy like a quiet decision. My pulse keeping time with the fall on the floor. I don't know what I am waiting here for. Anxiety in the evergreen roots breaking ground. Listening to the winter come without making a sound. Heavy sub bass rolling like a distant storm. Trying to remember what it felt like to be warm. Yeah, atmosphere shifting, great turn in the slate. Thought I heard you call me at the garden gate. Anxiety in the evergreen, lost in the hum. Wondering where all the swallow sunlight is gone. Clouds hanging low over skyline power lines. Nature does not hurry, it just follows its design. So why am I racing against the turning of the earth? What is a season of silence actually worth? Rain turns to sleep, bouncing off the glass. Watching every single fleeting thought pass. Where does the swallow sunlight go? Deep beneath the frozen snow. Low frequency, pulsing, lows in bass. Nothing left to chase in this empty space. Just the evergreen standing still. Over the hill. In the quiet. Solid dark leather. Solid dark leather presses down hard against the creaking pine floorboards tonight. I'm sitting right where you sat 5 years ago, tremble inside your oversized jacket. You thought the frost would stay locked in your throat forever. You thought the autumn fog would never clear from your lungs. The bass knocks slow through my chest while I write this back to you. Look at the river turning cold outside. It moves even when it freezes over. You were so scared of staying still, but the soil was just preparing for cover. Don't hold your breath, waiting for spring to beg you. The leaves don't ask permission to drop down low. To the boy sitting heavy in that dark room, you survive every storm you didn't know. The season changes when you let it go. Remember how you counted every dying petal on the windowsill? You swore the darkness meant you were completely broken. Now the window wind cuts clean through the high-rise balcony, and I wear the scars you thought were open wounds like silk. The four walls aren't a cage anymore, they're just wood and stone. Don't hold your breath, waiting for spring to beg you. The leaves don't ask permission to drop down low. To the boy sitting heavy in that dark room, you survive it. season changes when you let it go. You thought you were stuck in October. You thought the cold was the end of the line. But I'm breathing warm air on the glass now. Everything you feared gave way to time. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up from that heavy seat. The snow melts faster than you think. I made it to the other side. I made it to the other side. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Electric lavender glimmers off the pavement as the sky settles into low tide. You lean against the damp brick wall, asking if the wind always feels this cold in October. I tell you the frost usually arrives earlier, snapped in the stem of every last hydrangea. You not staring at the neon glow, a total stranger sharing a quiet bench. You pull your jacket tight against the draft. I pass a paper cup to fill the space. The season changes when we stop to ask how much warmth is left inside this place. Tell me what you see in the shifting air. Are we just waiting for the leaves to drop? You say the winter never feels unfair if you know exactly where the shadows stop. Wait, we don't need names to feel the temperature fall. Just two voices leaning on a crumbling wall. Yeah. The violet light fades out in the dark cobalt, and you point to the last migrating flock. You ask if birds ever regret the flight, or if they only trust the internal clock. I laugh softly, watching the condensation rise from my breath, mixing under the pale street lamp. You say every autumn feels like a quiet truce between the heavy heat and the mossy damp. You pull your jacket tight against the draft. I pass a paper cup to fill the space. The season changes when we stop to ask how much warmth is left inside this place. Tell me what you see in the shifting air. Are we just waiting for the leaves to drop? You say the winter never feels unfair if you know exactly where the shadows stop. We don't need names to feel the temperature fall. Just two voices leaning on a crumbling wall. A stranger's perspective clears the misty window pane. You tell me how the pine trees survive the freeze. They bend without breaking under sudden rain, holding their dark green secret in the breeze. You stand up, brushing dry leaves off your coat, and ask if I think the snowfall comes tonight. Tell me what you see in the shifting air. Are we just waiting for the leaves to drop? You say the winter never feels unfair if you know exactly where the shadows stop. We don't need names to feel the temperature fall. Just two voices leaning on a crumbling wall. The twilight turned from lavender to black. You walked away down the quiet avenue. No names exchanged, no turning back. Just the first cold drop of rain coming through. Your whisper. Yeah, your whispered words from yesterday linger about how clover falls before it rains. I walk past the alleyway behind the diner, watching damp earth leak through rusty drains. A dragonfly balances on a cracked fence post. Dry cedar bark flakes beneath my thumb. Heavy air settles low along the pavement as the evening cicadas start to hum. The light shifts to shades lower on the brick. Snails climb the stems of overgrown weeds. A sudden breeze turns maple leaves upside down. Everything moves at the pace of falling seeds. I am keeping track of every little change. The way the soil cools under my boots. The moss creeping soft on the north side wall. The quiet pull of deep submerged roots. You said nature holds its breath at dusk, and now I notice every single line. The subtle turning of another season, written in the weather and the pine. A stray cat slinks through tall yellow grass. Pine needle dust the roof of the old sedan. Condensation rings puddle on the porch rail. The afternoon recedes faster than it began. Spiders weave thick threads across the drain pipe. Damn gravel crunching under rubber soles. The scent of wet limestone rising from the driveway as cold air fills up all the hollow holes. The light shifts to shades lower on the brick. Snails climb the stems of overgrown weeds. A sudden breeze turns maple leaves upside down. Everything moves at the pace of falling seas. I am keeping track of every little change. The way the soil cools under my boots. The moss creeping soft on the north side wall. The quiet pull of deep submerged roots. You said nature holds its breath at dusk, and now I notice every single line. The subtle turning of another season, written in the weather and the pine. You pointed out the way the mist gathers in the hollows. Starlight catches on the evening dew. I never used to look at these tiny shifts until yesterday when I listened to you. Now every fallen twig has something to say, and every gust of wind feels brand new. One drop day corn on the pavement. Three black crows on the power line. Cool and creeping through the floorboards. Small details telling time. Just small details telling time. Yeah. Chorus rolling and clings against my wrist, pulling threads from last year's humid dusk. I trace the weave and feel the ocean mist, carrying the scent of burnt cypress husk. The deep bass pulses through the bedroom wall, rewinding shadows back to late July. When warm rain hit the porch before the fall. Yeah, the tempo drops, the memory starts to bleed. Static echoes through the quiet space. You were leaning back against the reed, watching thunder ripple off my face. Now the 808s drag me right back down to the night the river overflowed in blue. Draped in heavy cloth in a quiet town. Every single fiber points to you. House lights dim as the weather turns cold, sinking through the floor to the story told. Rough weave catches on my thumb again. Suddenly I am standing by the marsh. Pine needles soften in the summer and wind blowing through the valley, sharp and harsh. You took my coat to block the rising tide. Sleep soaked through its salinity and earth, keeping all the heavy thoughts inside, measuring what late September was worth. Now the 808s drag me right back down to the night the river overflowed in blue. Draped in heavy cloth in the quiet town. Every single fiber points to you. House lights dim as the weather turns cold, sinking through the floor to the story told. Natural rhythms loop inside my head, deeps and past shifting like the breeze. Leaves turn yellow on the riverbed. I still wear the weave you used to freeze. Fabric holds the season where we stopped before the autumn chill began to drop. Fingers tracing every crossing line, low frequency humming in the room. Summer storm locked inside the twine, fading out into the seasonal gloom. 3:38 figures in green phosphor on the nightstand clock face. I close my eyes and fast forward past the frost into a warmer place. It is July 3 years from now, the air thick with damp white clover. We are standing on the quiet riverbank long after midnight is over. Humidity hangs like dark silk curtains against our bare shoulders. I can feel the future breeze before it even starts to blow. How the wild honeysuckle on the ridge will eventually grow, leaving every broken winter behind us in the valley below. In that distant summer night, tide will turn real slow. Keeps our bass pulsing through the cedar trees where river lilies glow. We will watch the firefly drift through the heavy monsoon heat, every changing season leading straight to where our future shadows meet. Underneath that projected sky, I already know your heartbeat. I picture autumn arriving later, November painted in burnt sienna gold, walking through dry birch leaves, ignoring how the evening turns cold. Your heavy jacket draped around me while the morning mist rolls in. I'm tasting the rain that hasn't fallen yet upon your skin. In that distant summer night, the tide will turn real slow. Keeps a bass pulsing through the cedar trees where river lilies glow. We will watch the firefly drift through the heavy monsoon heat, every changing season leading straight to where our future shadows meet. Underneath that projected sky, I already know your heartbeat. Time is just a loop spinning faster than the house beat drops. From winter ice to summer humidity, the rhythm never stops. I see us years down the line, sitting on an ocean cliff at dawn, watching salt their eyes while every old memory of frost is gone. 3:38 slowly shifts into 4 o'clock precise. I hold this projected warmth against the current winter ice. In that future summer night, you are waiting right there, a warm southern wind running through your dark hair.